Is part-time software engineering course or degree actually worth your time or money? I'm currently doing one in Oxford University, and in this video I'm going to talk about my experience and my thoughts so far after doing this for about 2 years now. And if you follow me so far, pretty much all my YouTube videos about me studying in Oxford University anyway. One of the motivation doing the part-time degree is mainly the reason of Oxford University, of course, that it's a prestige uni, anyone want to get into it, the benefit that brings to it after you finish the uni as well. Originally my plan was just to do software engineering on top of my degree rather than taking a master's one, but obviously this master's course actually fit into my timescale, my journey to the university and all that, so I've taken it. Would it actually paid off, the return on investment, which is most important things, and would it actually worth the time that I did for the past 2 years? So let's find out. So you must be thinking right now, right, whether you want to do a part-time software engineering degree and you also have a full-time job, you have your commitment, probably have your side hustles, you have your family, etc., etc. So that brings us to the very first things I would like to share, which is the flexibilities. And it's pretty much self-explanatory here, is that doing a part-time software engineering degree or any of the part-time degree, pretty much you have the flexibility to choose what you want to learn, when you want to learn it, or when you want to do it, when you want to finish it, and so on. And I think this is pretty much one of the biggest advantages to do a part-time degree overall. And it's also the ability to balance out all the responsibility as well. And for example, I'm doing a YouTube channel, what I'm doing now, I'm doing a full-time job, I'm doing side hustles, and then I'm also doing house renovation like for families. And all of that comes together. It's just that 24 hours a day, or probably 18 hours a day after you have a good night's sleep, it's just not enough. And I have to be productive basically. And having that, juggling that balance and doing that as a part-time, having that flexibilities actually helps me in achieving what I'm actually looking for. And especially the one I'm doing, the Oxford University's one, it is quite a lot of work, I would say, every 6 weeks. I would need to do a module because I would like to finish that in 2 years. And every time we do a module, we kind of have 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks to 4 weeks to finish an assignment. So all of that comes together. It's pretty hectic at the moment. So I would say the biggest advantages is flexibility, which is the first thing I would like to share. And yeah, that's including to all the internet boot camps or all the other internet courses as well that will eventually help you to achieve what you need to achieve in a part-time degree mode as well. So that leads us to the second part of the videos, which is the practical experience. And majority of the students you meet or met in the part-time software engineering degree, like myself one, majority of them actually already have working experience, so that when they bring that into the class, you feel like you're actually learning from someone for different industries, and then you can get to know their different experience, so that just improves the learning experience quite a lot as well, right? Most importantly, I think it also depends how you want to choose your part-time software engineering degree as well. For me, the Oxford one's kind of outdated, I'll be honest. It's majority of them is actually from 20 years ago even. It's kind of like out of standard, but it does teach you the standards of the fundamentals of software engineering, like some of the algorithms, functional programming, math and all that. But still, there are modules, there are part-time software engineering course that are actually more relevant to the modern stack. And obviously a lot of people thinking right now, can I do coding? Can I do a lot of algorithm, lead code and all that? If going down that route, you don't actually need a master to begin with. It's more like, not master, sorry, a part-time degree to begin with. It's more like a part-time software engineering degree. It's for the entry levels, for someone who want to get into the career path of these, and then you want to put your foot into the door, and then want to get your CV around it. Then I think this actually will worth the time, and then that practical experience of it as a part-time degree will actually flare out and work a lot of sense if you already had your first degree or not having the first degree as well. So the third part of my video is about networking, right? And obviously, if you are in different industry, you want to get into tech, then the easiest way I would say, rather than go into conference, anything like that, which is one of the way, would be doing a part-time degree course in software engineering or computer science that you get to know people that also eventually wanted to get into this industry, and then you can learn from them, they can learn from you, and learning from each other is a lot quicker than you learning yourself. which this is the way I found out. And then also that will increase your networking opportunity. You will know a lot more people. Even though for the past 2 years, I'm doing that in Oxford, and in Oxford, you should be networking with loads of people, knowing about the people, but I didn't know loads of people, unfortunately. I didn't do a lot of socializing, but one thing I did right is that I started the Discord channel, and that's been growing to 300 members. That a lot of people within the members been asking loads of questions about the course itself, so that we know where they come from, the background, the people is really willing to share their experience on that, which I'm pretty chuffed because I started that, and I've been Lem and my others moderator Simon's been helping me to manage the whole Discord channels. And if anyone actually interested to join, the link is down below, and I'm just happy to anyone to join. It doesn't really matter if you want to join Oxford University course or not. It's more like if you want to do a part-time software engineering course, you can join us, and then we can talk about it, and then we'll help you kind of to guide you to the right path as well. And the fourth part of my video is about time management, right? And time management is always a difficult topic to talk about because everyone's time management is different. Some of them like procrastinate at the very last moment to do your task, and then that more time efficient because you're not going to do your work at the beginning, so you'd rather just have fun with it. So at the very last moment, you have the most productive moments, and that is the time management ways. That's one of the ways if anyone's actually want to do it. But for me, because I'm juggling so many different tasks, probably yourself as well. So if you want to make it up in your life, you're doing side hustle, you have your own business, then I think even though you have the flexibilities to do it as a part-time course, that you can juggle your time and everything, but you still have a system. Also a system that will allow you to get into that mode to study. When I started my master's software engineering course in Oxford, I don't have that, so it's very difficult for me to get into the mode to actually just basically start to studying. But over time, I get to know a few people, and I start to kind of learn about the system to do it. And the recommended way is always the way that Oxford recommends us anyway. So we pretty much before the module start, before the part-time module start, particular module start, then prepare the work for 2 to 3 weeks. So you pick up a book, you start to read about it, start to know about it. If this is brand new, you probably need to take a month time to actually pre-study about it. And then after that, you get into the courses itself. If it's online, if it's on site, doesn't matter. If you're actually on the site, then you have to fully focus on it. You have to be concentrate on that. So you couldn't be like, jump into class, then you have a side hustle on the side, and you start to reply emails. So I ended up learning nothing. And this system is pretty important because once you have that system, you stick with it, then that time you spend will be well worth it. And for me, for the last 2 years, it's a struggle because I have emails, I have YouTube channels, and then I have full-time jobs, and sometimes I have to take holidays just to do that on-site studying. And overall, it's okay because the last 7 or 8 module, I've used this similar system to do that, and it actually turns out okay. Some of them turns out crap because I'm not sure if the lecturers are hating me or not, but the assignment just crap because I didn't get the right amount of result out of it. But ultimately, time management is kind of like another side of flexibilities. You have the flexibilities, but you still have to have a systems to make sure that your time management is on spot so you can finish your part-time software engineering course, right? So the last one is the most interesting one, right? Is always the financial considerations. And to be fair, I think for myself in the Oxford University one, we have to spend like £45,000 for across the 4 years to finish that degree. Whether it's worth it or not, I'll leave it down to your judgment. Loads of people, tons of people have been asking me that whether it's worth it, whether we need to go to a different side of university, and all that bit, right? It just, I think at the end of the day, right, rather than thinking about extrinsically what's the return of that investment, think about intrinsically. If you're doing that master's course, what does that give you intrinsically, right? For me, it allowed me to know a lot more people. I get to know 300 different people in my Discord channel that I never know about, that increasing my my networks. I was able to do this YouTube channel that I kind of grew that to 700 subscribers now, although it's not a lot of views still, but it's still 700 people that subscribe to me. That, as a good start, I would say, after starting it for about 4 months. And ultimately, I also learned some of the new skills that I can apply to my career, as I'm a DevOps engineer / a little bit of software engineering, and I developed some of the software and then made the CI/CD pipeline, content translations and all that. These basic fundamental I've learned from university actually helps, and it helps me to gain the confidence during the interview, bid for more jobs, and that's eventually helped me in actually helping me that. So ultimately, whether the money you put in is worth it or not, I think intrinsically think about it first, that what does it actually give you intrinsically. If you keep thinking about the return on investment, it's very hard to judge that, and everyone wants to think that it's a penny for penny. You put in £45,000, you want to get at least another 90 grand back, which is hard to judge about that. You might get more, you might get less, but ultimately it's the journey, what you learn about it. And if you grasp the journey right, you get process right, you get intrinsic value right, I think it's worth anything else that you can follow. Right? So that's the end of my video. I think I wouldn't say I'm rumble. I do have a script at the behind the screen that's this time that I will talk about what I want to talk about. I think in conclusion is that part-time course is the way to go, I would say, because it's the flexibilities ultimately that I can still work, I can learn what I need to learn, and then change my career path afterward. It doesn't apply to software engineering, right? It doesn't really. For me, although I take another software engineering part-time course, is because it's kind of the thing that I would wanted to do right from the start anyway. There's a reason I only choose to do it now and not do it in the previous year, but now I did it. I didn't really regret about it. Ultimately, it was a bit costly, but I try to think about intrinsically the people I've learned so far, the amount of knowledge I've learned, the thing I gained so far, the audience of my YouTube channel, and yeah, really, I hope this video actually helps. And ultimately, if you like this video, give me a like. If you think whatever you want to know about the part-time course or part-time software engineering course, just leave your comments down below. Join the Discord. I will try to help you as much as I can. So subscribe, and I will see you next time.